in Matthew 14, the news that John the Baptist has died, that he was beheaded, and the news reaches Jesus. And at that moment, there were, besides the disciples all around him, and there were thousands of people. So we tried to go to a solitary place, but the crowds followed him. And so, in spite of the great grief he would have felt and the loss of his cousin, he continued to heal and show compassion on the crowds, throngs of people. And they were at a very remote place, way up in the hills and someplace, and it was getting late, and so one of the disciples said, "Hey, we need to let these people go, that we need to send them home. They need to go." They just didn't want to leave Jesus. They need to eat something. So Jesus turns to the disciples and says, "You feed them." "Excuse me, Jesus?" "Yeah, will you feed them?" So Jesus was trying to teach them that you have the Christ. You know who I am. Now have faith. And then he said, let me show you. Let me show you how it's done in a nice way. So he said, go get what food is there. So they look out and the crowd, and they only see 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And so then, from a boy, the boy probably wanted to keep it. Hey, wait a minute. Don't take my meal. So Jesus then finds a basket, and he puts the food in the basket, and then he holds it up to heaven and gives grace. It says grace and thanks to God for the food. So he sets an example of thankfulness. And in so doing, he fed 5,000 people. So in this painting, the feeding of the 5,000, what I tried to capture is Jesus on the cross. So his arms are up, holding the basket, and the fish are overflowing. So the crucifixion symbolizes Christ's suffering for us. And the good shepherd always feeds his sheep. And I have to continually ask myself, what is it in my life that God is telling me, you feed them? Where is my faith? Knowing that I have the Christ within me. to say, to have the faith to overcome any struggle. It's a daily struggle. So I'm just like the disciples. What am I going to do? What are we going to do? We have the Christ with us. Now we simply need to have faith and complete abandonment. And I think those 5,000 people, they were trying to abandon themselves. Finally found the shepherd. The feeding of the 5,000.